Butterly, and we're talking Pop Shop. My guest today is Laronda Butler, CEO and Creative Director for Butler Balloons, and we're so excited. She's going to be creating some amazing installations for Pop Shop. Thank you so much for talking with us today, Laronda.
Oh, Hannah, thank you for having me. I am so excited to just, be talking to you today.
Yeah, I know. We
Yeah.
haven't been here so long because of, all the pandemic. But
I know.
I'm thrilled to have you here, and I'm so thrilled you're going to be part of Pop Shop. So why don't you tell everyone a little bit more about yourself, how you got started, and how you started Butler Balloons?
Before Butler Balloons, I was in visual merchandising and retail. So I was always going to stores, making them look pretty, merchandising it so it's easy to shop. Once I had my son, it was hard to get back to work full time. So Butler Balloons came about. I was just making something special for my son's birthday. I was on Pinterest, just going through all the inspiration. And I felt like I had the confidence to make this because my background in visual merchandising. So I was like, oh, I could do this balloon display. It was this elaborate thing. And everyone at the party was just really blown away. They were just asking me can you do my son's birthday? Can you do my daughter's first birthday? And he was little. It was his first birthday. So, yeah, all of my friends started asking me to do their events. And then I started with that, all of, just doing baby showers and birthdays. And then it just clicked one day that I was just I need to make this a business because everyone's asking me to do it. I'm doing it basically for free. And I'm no, I need to get paid to do this. And at the time I wasn't working. I was just staying at home with my son. So it was just a nice transition to be able to, start this business and have the flexibility to still be at home with my son.
I mean, listen, I don't know how many people, I come from the retail world originally, so I know how, first of all, not just how hard visual merchandising, how many hours, extra hours. I mean, you're in there before the store opens, and staying there after the store closes. And then just the innovation to make everything look fresh and new all the time. So I can absolutely understand how that would then translate into, seeing an inspiration on Pinterest, and then me saying I could do that and I could do it better.
Yeah.
I really think, you've taken sort of these art installations is really what they are. You've taken an everyday object, a balloon, and turned them into these sort of art installations, which is why we're having you as part of Pop Shop, because I think you're an artist. And I know that you really kind of just started working with interesting techniques and sort of taking it to another level.
Yes. So, a common technique with balloons and this type of art is called double stuffing. And it's where you take one latex balloon and put it inside the other to create a unique color. And when I first started, I had no clue about this. I just would look at displays and I would say, how are they making these balloons look more than just a single latex balloon? They look some other material. So I started doing a lot of research on double stuffing. And once I kind of got a hang of it, I started mixing colors that just they were unusual combinations. And that's where it started to really pick up with people noticing oh, this is different. Her combinations are very unique and everyone's trying to figure it out. Recently, what I've done is I've started to experiment with paint. So I do a lot of hand painting on my accent balloons, where I will create something that looks like a leopard, or I would add something that would give it the effect of a hammered metal. All of these finishes that I've been creating are just textures that I like to see in fashion. I've been working with tie-dye recently. It's just everything that I've been recently doing with my balloon finishes are all pulled from my favorite textures, my favorite patterns in fashion. And I've just gotten really creative with the techniques, things that, I'm not ready to reveal yet, but yeah, it's been exciting to you know, get creative and push it to a different level, because, you know, some of the things I've done, you just really haven't seen in the balloon world.
No, and honestly, I almost they don't even look like balloons after a while. You know, you're looking at it, and I saw, you know, this beautiful sort of like almost like a marble iridescent sort of effect, and you said it was hand painted, and then showed your fashion inspiration. So you actually, I was going to ask you, where does the inspiration come from? But you covered that. It really, it's just fascinating, and they, again, taking, you know, and that's what I think great art does, right? It's maybe taking something.
Mm-hmm.
You look at someone like Andy Warhol, who painted a Campbell soup can, and it became, you know, it's art. And how many times we
Yeah.
past that, you know? And so I think what you're doing is transcending that and turning it into, you know, just again, from the everyday into something spectacular. And I cannot wait to see what POPSHOP is going to look like with all of your plays. It will be super, super exciting. So as a creative person, how has everything, you know, that's been going on recently, how have you stayed motivated? What are some challenges you've had to sort of overcome, and where do you keep finding the drive to create?
You know, in the beginning, I was not motivated at all. I was just like really like down with the pandemic and really freaking out. But then a neighbor of mine asked me to create something for her son's birthday. And, you know, I was really like struggling with it. I was just like, oh, I'm not really feeling balloons right now. But he's like one of my favorite, like, he's my little neighbor, he's my bud. And I was like, I have to do this. Once I did that birthday, like it was a Zoom background, I just got this spark of like, what am I doing? I need to do what I love. The business part of it, what really pushes me, is that I want to build something incredible for my son. I want him to be proud of his mom. I want him to like, look at this, it has our name on it. You know, when he gets older and he's like, that's my mom, Butler Balloons, you know, that really just drives me. So when it comes to like staying creative and just like pushing it, I go 100 for him.
I totally agree with you. One of the biggest aspects of POPSHOP is we're really, you know, trying to feature women and artists of color, and, you know, you're both. And I really think that you're right. Where the motivation for us to comes from, you know, we might have to push a little bit harder than, you know, some others in these arenas, but if we can lean on and support each other and give each other platforms and help it, that's really what I'm hoping, you know. First of all, it's what Don't Quit Your Day Job Productions is all about. I'm sure that's what, you know, Butler Balloons, I know, is what Butler Balloons is all about. And that's what we're trying to come together with, these sort of joint ventures, if you will, at POPSHOP, to sort of say, look, we're all helping each other. More people should do this. And hopefully it will encourage that, you know, as we come out of the pandemic and come out of, you know, everything that's been going on, all the turmoil. You know, a friend of mine just the other day said, you know, out of chaos comes great innovation. What made you decide to be part of POPSHOP?
That's a good one. I know. So originally, when you asked me to like create decor for POPSHOP, I thought you meant you wanted me to just, you know, bring balloons and decorate the space for you for your event. But then once you said that you were featuring me as an artist, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is such an honor. So it was like, it was no question. It was like, yes. I mean, I was already going to like, you know, do the like bring decor to your space because I love you. And we've, you know, we've worked together on another project. So I was just, well, you know, we met on another project. So, yeah, it was just like, it was no question. It was like, yes, I would love to do this.
And part of POPSHOP is that we're going to be both in that physical space, so people, you know, will be able to come in and see everything and, you know, look at your installations, your art up close, but also we're going to be live streaming from it. So how do you feel about it, being that the fact that we're incorporating a live stream aspect into POPSHOP?
I think that's amazing. I mean, I have family that are up in Massachusetts, so, and I know they would love to be here, but unfortunately they just can't travel to come to this. But, you know, it's amazing that you're streaming it because it just like brings such a wider audience. Yeah, I'm just
going to be having, we also have, that's going to be on the site, we also have a donate button. So, you know, let's just say, for example, for you, you know, no one's going to necessarily, you know, say I want, you know, the third balloon from the left.
Yeah.
for purchase, but they can donate to, and it will go, to your business. And also everyone's open for commission. So they can see you, we'll get all the social media out there, and they will, be able to book you for future jobs. So that's what we're just trying to expand it as much as possible to give everyone as much opportunity to continue on these artistic paths and really get their careers kickstarted again. That's what we're all hoping for. So once the dust settles.
Yes, that's amazing. Cause it's always best to like have those local eyes on you. So it's, I really am looking forward to that.
Me too. I literally, again, I can't wait to see what you come up with. And I know it's incredibly labor intensive. How long does it take you? Let's just say you're doing one of your larger installations. How long does it take you from start to finish?
So from start to finish, it's a while because I do a lot of hand painting. I would say it probably takes me about 3 days to fully like prep and do the hand painting. On site, well, it depends. So if I inflate a lot of it ahead of time, on site, it can take me like 2 hours to install. If I have to inflate on site, then that's a whole nother thing. so the larger installations take a lot of time because balloons take a while to inflate, and then stringing them all together is there's some artists out there that can whip something like this in like a total of 3 hours. I'm just not one of them. I am someone who literally takes one balloon and I'm carefully placing it, and then like, just because I'm so mindful of every like shape it's taking on, it takes me a while to create it.
No, it doesn't. Listen, again, that's what I'm talking about. It's not just like, oh, it's just a fun, decor idea. It's literally you're creating art, and the fact that you're literally placing each one exactly where they need to go. And again, watching the shape sort of evolve, and you are designing this from scratch, and
Yeah.
It's amazing when you do see it all and take a step back and you're like, holy cow, one person just literally created this from nothing. And I that's why I say it's not just design, and you are an artist. And I keep, encouraging everyone to embrace their artistic natures and to embrace their, what they're creating, and let's all get it out there. And POPSHOP will hopefully kick it off even more than you already have yourself. So how can people connect with you if they wanted to find out a little bit more and, go to your website or your social media? Where could people connect with you?
And so my Instagram is at Butler Balloons. And then my website is still in the works, but I do have like a landing page, which is www.butlerballoons.com. So just, shoot me an email or a DM. I read them all. I know, like, some people are like, you really sit and read every DM. I actually do, and I love connecting with everyone who is, reaching out to me. I get so many, like, inspirational messages and just messages like saying how inspiring I am to people of just, starting a business. I'm a single mom. Full-time mom with this business is a whole nother thing. I just finished homeschooling my son. So it's like in between homeschooling and the business, it's been a whole, deal.
Another level. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So you'll be thrilled to go to POPSHOP because it'll be a retreat from all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Listen, I cannot thank you enough. I know you're really, really busy. I know you've got a lot going on. I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. We're so excited again to have you at POPSHOP, and I know you're thinking about doing something special just for us for
yes.
that event. You're going to debut something. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure it'll be fabulous. Thank you so much, Laronda. And again, you can connect with her on Instagram. We'll put those up there, and we'll put some more pictures of her work. And we can't wait to see you November 11th and 12th at POPSHOP. Go to DQYDJP for more info, and we'll talk to everybody soon.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much for having me.